On Apple Valley News now at 6, a robbery investigation sends Kennewick High School into lockdown earlier today.
And I'm tracking more showers, even a few lightning bolts tonight, and more showers headed our way tomorrow. All the details in your First Alert weather forecast.
Plus, we're tracking the latest on the situation in Walla Walla after a strange smell turned up at the Marcus Whitman Hotel and Conference Center.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Let's get right over to Stacey Lee. She's tracking developments in your First Alert forecast.
Well, we've been seeing rain showers all day since early this morning, heavier and then kind of scattered and going in a wraparound pattern here, counterclockwise today. And again, we have been seeing some thunder and lightning through the area. Still possible to see more of that tonight. Right now, Dust Devil Giza Skycam, 60 degrees outside. Look at that humidity, 64%. Very cloudy out there. Our winds are light at 3 miles per hour and our sunset at 6:58. Let's take a look at our temperature trend. Again, note here our average is 79 for this time of year. We're well below that average here going through. Going to warm up slightly this weekend and then we cool right back down into next week. For Yakima, again, still below the average, getting close to the average this weekend, but then dropping right back down into the cooler 60s into the weekend. So scattered showers and thunderstorms still possible tonight. Thursday is going to be windy, chilly, and wet. Our official first day of fall begins Friday at 11:50 p.m. and get ready for that brief weekend warm up. Lots to get to in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Kennewick High School had to be put into lockdown this morning because of a robbery investigation involving a pair of shoes. Kennewick police say just before 10 o'clock this morning, a juvenile, someone under 18, assaulted another person, stole their shoes, then ran inside Kennewick High School. Police say that's what prompted the lockdown, but officers were able to find and arrest the suspect inside the school. They've now been booked into the Juvenile Justice Center on suspicion of second-degree robbery. We continue to track the developing situation in Walla Walla nearly a week after a mysterious smell forced the evacuation of the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Investigators eventually found what appears to be gasoline in a basement sump of the hotel and of a vacant building across the street. Crews are still trying to figure out where that fuel is coming from, and now the Department of Ecology has joined in the effort to determine if contamination has impacted the ground or water nearby. City officials say so far they have not found any contamination in Mill Creek, but they have installed booms to make sure that gasoline doesn't get into the water there. Meanwhile, the Walla Walla Post Office, which is right in that area, is still closed. Delivery should be operating as normal, but if you have a P.O. box or if you need to pick up your mail or pick up a package, you will need to go to the College Place Post Office with ID to pick up your mail. The 51st annual Yakima Town Hall series kicked off today with a big-name speaker, investigative journalist Bob Woodward, author of All the President's Men and a crucial player in uncovering the Watergate scandal. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell reports this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for dozens of students invited to listen, but even more so for those who dream of following in Woodward's footsteps.
Bob Woodward's name has been synonymous with investigative journalism since the 1970s, when he helped uncover the Watergate scandal that led to President Nixon's resignation.
Over 50 years, I've done hundreds of stories for the Washington Post, written 22 books.
Stories he shared with dozens of students Wednesday at the Capitol Theater, some of them aspiring journalists with the Unleashed program.
It's just so fun for me to, get to step out of the world I know and go out and reach and talk to new people.
You don't have to write about one thing. You don't have to, go in one place. You can travel.
I just want to be able to share the voice of others.
Those young reporters got the opportunity of a lifetime to not only meet Woodward, but interview him, reporter to reporter.
It was amazing. I'm still kind of starstruck about it.
Here's someone who's just done so much for journalism and is easily one of the top 10 reporters of all time, and I'm sitting less than 6 feet away from him.
Passing on his hard-earned wisdom.
As a reporter, when you have a moment like this, you need to shut up and listen.
And inspiring the next generation.
It's the greatest job you can have.
It made me really interested and yes it is.
Yes it is. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, the Yakima Town Hall series continues next month with Dr. Sue Varma, followed by Zonnie Gorman and Apollo Ono next spring. Tonight, Kraft is recalling tens of thousands of cases of American cheese singles because of concerns about the wrappers. Kraft Heinz had recently tried to make the individually wrapped slices easier to open up, but now the company says an issue with the machine means the thin piece of plastic might actually stay stuck to the cheese and become a choking hazard. You can find the details about the recall on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. A new report finds an increase in people buying and refinancing homes despite high interest rates. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, mortgage applications rose more than 5% between last week and the week before. The group's deputy chief economist notes that the jump comes as the 30-year fixed rate edges back up. And Goldman Sachs predicts oil prices will average $100 a barrel within a year from now. Right now, Brent crude benchmark sells for $94 a barrel. Goldman Sachs doesn't think prices will rise consistently above $105 a barrel next year, but recently gas has hit its highest prices so far this year. We've been keeping a close eye on those prices in eastern Washington and in Oregon. National average is at $3.87, which is up from last week. Washington State's average much higher at $5.04. Now, gas in the Tri-Cities sells for $4.89 per gallon on average. In Yakima, it's $4.80, slightly up from yesterday. And Walla Walla drivers are paying more than the state average at $5.08 per gallon. We have a follow-up for you tonight. We told you about the Tri-Cities Houseplant Lovers Group's plan to hold a food drive and their request for donations. Well, Tri-Cities, you certainly showed up. Organizers tell us they collected almost 500 pounds of food for local food banks.
You know, we had people bringing in multiple bags of canned and boxed goods to donate. So it was just really wonderful to see our little group that's been geared around generosity, like really extend that generosity outside of the plant world and into the community.
So they donated all of that to the Tri-Cities Food Bank, and Tri-Cities Houseplant Lovers says they'll continue to do food drives in the near future, so stay tuned for the next one. The FDA and the CDC recently endorsed an updated COVID-19 vaccine for this upcoming season. Health officials say even if you got vaccinated before, you might want to consider getting the new shot. Apple Valley News Now's Anna Trejo talked to health officials about what's different this time around.
Grant County has been experiencing a rise in COVID cases, and health officials are urging everyone to get the updated vaccine booster. According to the health district, the reason for this spike is the desire to spend more time indoors, and with school back up, we tend to spend more time in group settings. So it is important to stay informed and updated with vaccines to try eliminating the spike in COVID cases.
This season, we're looking at Omicron variant XBB.1.5.2. And so this new vaccine better protects against that variant. So just like how the flu vaccine works.
The updated vaccine is not yet available all over Washington, but it is expected to arrive in the next several days. However,
most recently, Walgreens was ready to go with the vaccine, and they will start scheduling appointments, I think now.
This year, the government will not be covering free vaccines, but many insurance plans will help cover the cost of the vaccine. And Lexi says there are resources for those without insurance.
And anybody 18 and younger can get it for free. And then there's an adult vaccine program worth looking into too, as a resource if your insurance does not cover the COVID vaccine.
Grant County Health District has partnered up with Care A Van to host 2 free vaccine clinics this fall. Both clinics will be open for walk-ins and walk-ins only. For those who are interested in attending, the clinics will be in Soap Lake October 16th from 4 to 7 p.m. and in Warden October 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. Anna Trejo, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, as we're seeing some cases tick up in some areas, the Health and Human Services Secretary said today the U.S. government is relaunching a program to provide COVID-19 at-home tests for free. You'll be able to order 4 free tests at a time through covidtests.gov, and that is set to start again on Monday, September 25th. Meanwhile, Providence St. Mary Medical Center will be holding a free flu shot clinic coming up on Saturday, October 7th. They'll have walk-up and drive-up options. Now, this vaccine clinic is only for adults ages 18 to 65. If you're over 65, you can still get the adult vaccine, but most experts recommend a special high-dose version of the flu vaccine instead. It's a chance to explore the great outdoors for free. We're talking about that coming up, plus a mobile message and a unique mascot driving home the importance of reading in Eastern Washington. And this is not the mascot. This is Zilly, a furry friend in need of a good home. We'll introduce you next. And Stacey Lee has a close eye on your First Alert forecast as we are inching towards fall. That's coming up on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport, only at your local Ford dealer.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Hey, Tri-Cities. The Mid-Columbia Duck Race is coming September 23rd, and so is your chance to win great prizes while supporting our community. This year's grand prize, the new 2023 Toyota Tacoma from Toyota of Tri-Cities, plus dozens of other great prizes, too. See your nearest Rotarian and buy your ducks. Every duck comes with valuable coupons for local savings. Lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep this wonderful community fundraiser going strong. Mid-Columbia Duck Race presented by Toyota of Tri-Cities and Autobahn Auto Care Center.
For real? Missing kickoff? Not on my watch. Ultima's fuel-efficient VC turbo engine hustles like an MVP. Game on.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Get a low $329 per month lease on Altima or get 0% financing for 36 months on the Altima SRVC Turbo.
Special report.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection. Look, with Spectrum Internet, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with the fastest wireless speeds. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport, only at your local Ford dealer.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
High school football schedules are looking different this year because of a referee shortage. In some parts of Eastern Washington, referees are covering 2 or 3 games in one night, which forces teams throughout the region to adjust their schedules. One referee says on the nights when he has to double up, that rush and the work of overseeing 2 games back-to-back wears referees down and drains them of all their energy.
100 snaps, 120 plays every game, times multiply that by 8 games for a week, and now we have 9 more to go. So just the continuation of that.
Now, over the past few years, more and more referees have been quitting, saying they're facing too much strife on the sidelines. Washington State has 3 of them. This weekend, you can visit a national park for free. It's National Public Lands Day on Saturday, and the National Park Service will waive entry fees. You do still have to pay for services like camping or special tours. Washington's 3 national parks are Olympic, North Cascades, and Mount Rainier National Parks. This is one of the 5 days throughout the year when you can visit national parks for free. The next one will be Veterans Day, November 11th. Yakima Valley Library's bookmobile is now up to 20 steps, stretching from the Nile in the upper Yakima Valley down to Sunnyside in the lower valley. And to get the word out about their services, they've been doing story times for children at stops across the county, including at Kiwanis Park earlier today. The book is called Houdini Was, and Houdini the hamster himself was there to help.
The book itself was written by an elementary school class in Richland, and we feel it's really important to promote local authors, and we've got a whole class worth of local authors.
So if you missed it today, they're having another story time tomorrow at the Autanum Berry Patch from 12:30 to 1:45, and you can find the full schedule for the bookmobile at yvl.org. This summer, Apple Valley News Now rolled out a new segment, Operation Best Friend. You could find your potential best friend on Good Morning Northwest every Wednesday at 5 and 6 a.m. This week's best friend was on the calmer side. His name is Zilly. We talked to Elizabeth Norman from the Pitbull Pen. She gave us more insight into Zilly and his personality.
This is Zilly. Zilly is a year old, and he is a mixed breed. We're not sure exactly what he is. He has been with us about 6 or 8 months now. He has gone through training at the Ridge Dog program at Coyote Ridge.
So Zilly is up for adoption, and as you heard, he is a recent graduate from the Ridge Dog Training Program. His adoption fee, $400, but he does come neutered, microchipped, and up to date on all vaccines. So if you have interest in Zilly, you can visit the Pitbull Pen in Benton City, and you could get a $50 gift card to Paws Natural Pet Emporium if you do move forward with adopting a pet featured on Operation Best Friend.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, it's been an active day weather-wise anyway. We had showers starting early this morning, and we are starting to see things calm down this evening. We even had a few lightning bolts, but again, still potentially could see some more of that, but things are looking pretty quiet right now around the area. Satellite and radar again showing you the big wraparound. It's swirling around under a ridge of low pressure counterclockwise, and that's going to be the setup again as we move through tomorrow. Here's our setup. Again, that ridge of low pressure allowing that to wrap around that moisture, and again, it's aiming right at the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, and the Yakima Valley. So we'll continue to see showers on and off throughout the day. Let's kind of time things out with our Futurecast models, and again, swirling around, we see some clearing tonight, but then here comes that next band of showers later tonight into the early morning hours. Heavy rain at times, especially south of Heppner. And again, we could even see some more lightning bolts from that. Here's another band moving through the area in the early morning hours towards the Heppner region. And then we'll see those showers come right on through the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities till about noon or so. Then moving to the east towards Yakima later in the afternoon and early evening. Once the system clears out, we should be calming down as we head towards our weekend and our first day of fall. We are going to see some breezy and gusty winds throughout the evening again through the Yakima Valley, those mountain gaps, Ellensburg area. Calmer winds down in the Columbia Basin, but tomorrow we'll see those winds start to kick up, and you can see the flow coming down from the north. So again, another cool day on tap with chilly, those winds making the temperatures just a lot cooler than normal for this time of year. We will see some breezy winds Friday morning in the Columbia Basin, but those winds will decrease as the day progresses. So looking pretty good. Our Legends Casino Skycam at Columbia Point tonight, 60 degrees. We see those clouds. Again, things starting to calm down, even a few sun breaks out there. Our winds are light at 3 miles per hour, and our sunset tonight at 6:58. Let's take a peek at our temperatures overnight. Again, those scattered showers, chilly temperatures. Look at these lows. 43 tonight, Ellensburg, 45 in Yakima. Moving into the Columbia Basin, upper 40s here. And again, those low to mid 40s along the foothills of the Blues. 48 tonight in Hermiston. Tomorrow's daytime highs once again below average for this time of year. Typically around 77 to 80 degrees. We're at 66 66, Tri-Cities tomorrow, 61 Walla Walla. Moving into the Yakima Valley, 72 there for Ellensburg and Yakima, 69 tomorrow in Toppenish. Let's plan your day. Again, we're looking for showers a little bit later in the afternoon towards the Yakima area. A little overcast. You might have some sunny breaks though in the morning, but those temperatures are on the cool side. Let's take a look at our temperatures tomorrow, and we're looking at those rainy conditions at least through the early afternoon. 49 at 8 o'clock, so grab a coat in the morning. You're going to need it there. And let's take a look at Walla Walla again. A chilly start there at 45 degrees. Going to be wet most of the day. Could see a few thunder showers there as well. I encourage you to grab that coat. You're going to need it. And let's talk about this. Fall is officially beginning Friday at 11:49 p.m. This is when the Earth axis is tilted neither toward or away from the sun, with equal amounts of daylight and darkness at all latitudes. So again, get ready for fall. It's coming up this Friday. More to get to with your weather. Back to you, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. We've got about 672 million reasons to buy a Powerball ticket for tonight's drawing. We're talking about that in a few minutes. But first, an invasive pest has now turned up in a popular Northwest recreation area. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of fire emoji, chili emoji, grinning face with sweat emoji, and wouldn't it be double fire emoji if they came back? Spicy Chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Injured on the road or on the job? Visit FromBackAutumn.com. Gather vital information on your type of injury claim. Learn more about our Bulldog Tough attorneys. Chat live about your needs with one of our representatives. Even schedule a free consultation. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All from the comfort and convenience of your home. FromBackAutumn.com. Motivators are standing by. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog Tough.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months on most 2024 Cadillac models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. Washington State has checkpoints to scan through watercraft transiting through the area, and the reason is to prevent invasive critters from establishing in Washington waters. These pictures from California state parks show both quagga and zebra mussels, which are a similar species. Just this week, the quagga mussel was reported in the Snake River in Idaho. These mussels can do significant damage to water intake systems and they can threaten fish and other wildlife. Idaho's governor released a statement about the discovery, saying that if left unchecked, those mussels can negatively impact water quality, majorly impact the Snake River's ecosystem, clog irrigation pipes, and take over ship and boat hulls. We still have a lot more news ahead for you in our next half hour. Hundreds of millions of dollars in refunds will be available for Fortnite players. We're talking about that new at 6:30, but first, Stacey Lee has your reason to smile.
That's right. Today's photo should make you smile if you love snow. We have our first snow at Mount Rainier. This is up at Paradise. I grabbed this photo from the National Park Service. So there you have it, a little bit of snow there. Your reason to smile is brought to you by West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental in Pasco. To have your photo featured on our reason to smile, all you have to do is get outside, snap that picture, and send it to slee@applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with a Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Hey Tri-Cities, the Mid-Columbia Duck Race is coming September 23rd, and so is your chance to win great prizes while supporting our community. This year's grand prize, the new 2023 Toyota Tacoma from Toyota of Tri-Cities, plus dozens of other great prizes too. See your nearest Rotarian and buy your ducks. Every duck comes with valuable coupons for local savings. Lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep this wonderful community fundraiser going strong. Mid-Columbia Duck Race presented by Toyota of Tri-Cities and Autobahn Auto Care Center.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a TurboMax engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
Will in to win during Wild Horse Resort and Casino's $150,000 car giveaway. You could win a new all-wheel drive Toyota Corolla Hybrid Luxury Edition, plus up to $12,000 in weekly cash and prizes. Pick 3 cards to win up to $1,000 cash, or match 3 Corolla cards and go directly to the grand prize winner circle. Start earning entries today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
The 2023 Honda Accord is a car and driver 10 best. The Toyota Camry is not. In fact, Camry's only made the 10 best list 3 times, while Accord's made the car and driver 10 best list 37 times. More times than any other car. That means year after year, the American-built Accord blows Camry away. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get the Honda Accord with 2.9% APR financing. For details, see your Southeastern Washington Honda dealer.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with a Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
Well, we're back over $500 million. Tonight's Powerball jackpot has soared to $672 million. That is the 10th largest jackpot in the game's history. Taking the cash option would get you $320 million before taxes. The drawing takes place tonight just before 8. A reminder, the odds of winning still 1 in 292 million. If you don't win the Powerball, though, there is always the Mega Millions jackpot. That's risen to $205 million, and that game's next drawing is coming up on Friday. Next, hundreds of millions of dollars offered in refunds over a dispute involving a popular video game. Plus, we're talking renewed concerns tonight about the surge of people showing up at the southern border, and working at home is apparently more green than heading into the office. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Tonight, possible movement in two major U.S. worker strikes. The United Auto Workers leaders are back in talks with two of the top three U.S. automakers, according to a source familiar with those meetings. And in Hollywood, the union representing writers is back at the negotiating table with studio heads. Laura Aguirre has the latest on both of these high-profile collective bargaining showdowns.
On day 6 of the auto workers' strike, the clock is ticking. The union says more plants will strike if executives at the Big Three don't offer better contracts by noon on Friday. An impasse continues over demands like wage increases, pensions, and a 4-day work week.
I have a problem with the approach the union's taking. Let's pay people what they deserve, but let's not be paying for people not to work.
I stand with the striking UAW workers. They deserve to share in these record profits that the executives are taking home.
The UAW, Ford, and GM are in talks Wednesday, says a source familiar with negotiations, adding the union meets with Stellantis, which owns Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, on Thursday. Union screenwriters, producers, and actors have been picketing for weeks, but talks between writers, producers, and major studios resumed Wednesday. Key sticking points: higher pay, streaming data transparency, and how artificial intelligence is used.
I support WGA and SAG as it relates to their existential stress as it relates to streaming and how it's radically changing the business model as it relates to artificial intelligence.
I don't want industry, studios to be able to use my likeness in perpetuity. We're striking as a whole because we're a family, and if one artist is struggling, we're all struggling.
I'm Laura Aguirre for Apple Valley News Now.
Now, General Motors officially idled 2,000 employees at the company's Fairfax assembly plant in Kansas Wednesday afternoon, and the company says that move is in response to the UAW walkout at GM's Wentzville assembly plant in Missouri. They had warned last week that the idling was coming. Let's talk about your local forecast. We are seeing some stormy, unsettled weather out there, and it is a lot cooler, noticeably cooler, with cooler temperatures yet to come. Stacey Lee is tracking that in your First Alert forecast.
That's right. Let's take a look outside on our Dust Devil Giza sky cam tonight. Again, those cloudy skies, but we're seeing a few blue skies out there, a few sun breaks coming through. Still awfully cloudy as you look towards the Walla Walla area tonight. 60 degrees and our feels like temp is 60. Light winds at 3 miles per hour. Sunset at 6:58. Planning your day tomorrow. Again, get ready for a nice cool morning with temperatures in the 40s and just hitting 50 there in Yakima. Very chilly in Walla Walla at 45. Going to still be a cool day midday, especially in Walla Walla, and then we'll eventually heat up to the low to mid 60s and finally 70 degrees there in Walla Walla. If you're hitting the road this weekend, there's your travel forecast. It's going to be wet on the west side. Looking pretty nice Friday, but those temperatures much cooler heading into the Portland area this weekend. Again, those temperatures pretty mild there, but again, wet on Saturday and Sunday. And if you're heading into the Spokane area this weekend, again, look for temperatures in the 60s and 70s. A lot to talk about. Your First Alert full weather forecast is on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Tonight, lack of housing and resources is creating strife in some communities, due in part to a rise in the number of migrants crossing over U.S. borders. Ivan Rodriguez reports on concerns from border officials.
A surge in migrants crossing over the U.S. southern border causing concerns for communities across the nation. There were more than 8,000 apprehensions Monday, according to a Department of Homeland Security official. With shelters in El Paso, Texas at or over capacity, resources are being stretched.
Things were slow 4 or 5 weeks ago, so their capacity was about 250 a day. Then they ramped up to 400, and now they're ramping up to 600.
The rising number of migrants coming in causing tension in communities far from the southern border. On Staten Island, 10 people were taken into custody as protesters blocked a bus carrying migrants. New York City's mayor condemning their actions.
I say to those who believe they're going to use violence by throwing bottles at police officers and migrants, we're not going to accept that.
The surge in Arizona is causing long wait times at the border. The mayor of Nogales calling on Washington for help.
My main concern is I hope Washington comes and visits us and looks at the real picture.
Amid the uptick in arrivals, migrant families pose a unique set of challenges for officials. Last week, an independent court monitor found that in rare cases, children were temporarily separated from their parents while in processing centers. A Customs and Border Protection spokesperson maintains the agency prioritizes keeping families together. An official with the agency said sometimes separations are carried out amid overcrowding in the interest of safety.
We want to treat everybody with dignity and respect and bring the folks in as we can.
Ivan Rodriguez, Apple Valley News Now.
The Federal Reserve announced today that it will keep interest rates where they are for right now. Now, this doesn't technically impact most individuals because what the Fed is doing is setting the interest rates that banks have to charge each other. But the Fed's decision does typically have a trickle-down effect to things like credit cards, car loans, and mortgages. And officials are trying to lower inflation by making it expensive to borrow money so that people cut back on spending, but they're trying to do that without making people cut back so much that we end up in a recession. A raise for Bank of America employees. That bank will raise its minimum wage by $1 to $23 an hour. Full-time employees will make a starting salary of nearly $48,000 a year. Bank of America will enact a $2 raise in 2025, which would mark its 7th wage increase within 7 years. JP Morgan Chase, Trust Financial, and Wells Fargo have also increased worker pay of the past few years. Working from home is better for the environment, according to a new study. The authors say that could reduce a person's carbon footprint by 58% compared with going to an office. Hybrid work schedules also had an impact. Working from home 2 to 4 days per week reduced the environmental impact by up to 29%. Now, working at home 1 day a week didn't make a significant difference in your carbon impact. Now, the study analyzed data sets which included energy consumption surveys and Microsoft employee data. Some of the researchers also work for Microsoft. You can read the study in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Federal grants up to $500 million are being offered for plans to reduce climate pollution. The money comes from the Inflation Reduction Act. The EPA is planning to award up to 215 grants. Those seeking them need to design a project that reduces planet warming pollution. The project should also boost job creation and add health benefits for low-income communities. Applications are due by the spring, and winners will receive their money next fall. Internal Microsoft documents unintentionally leaked, according to Forbes. Those communications, which are now more than a year old, came to light during a legal battle between Washington software giant and the FTC. They discussed the release of future consoles and plans to purchase Nintendo. Well, the feds are now suing to block Microsoft from acquiring video game studio Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. Microsoft is hoping to close that deal in October. On social media, the head of Xbox, which Microsoft owns, posted that it's difficult to see their team's work shared in this way because he says so much has changed. He did add they'll share the real plans when they're ready. And those who play the video game Fortnite could soon get a refund from Epic Games. The company has agreed to pay out $245 million in refunds. This is part of a larger $520 million settlement over a federal complaint that gamers were tricked into making unwanted purchases. The FTC has also claimed that Fortnite made it easy for kids to make purchases without parental permission. The FTC set notices, which should include a claim number, are expected to go out to affected gamers soon. School spirit is in the air across Washington state, and we mean literally. 2 Alaska Airlines jets are displaying Cougar and Husky pride. The new E-175 jets feature Washington State University and University of Washington themes. The Go Cougs plane will fly from Seattle to Pullman ahead of Wazoo's game on Saturday against Oregon State. Tonight we're talking about new evidence of the mind-body connection, the potential impact of artificial sweeteners, according to a new study. And gray skies, cooler conditions tonight. Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert forecast. And a teen stunt goes awry, leaving him hanging hundreds of feet in the air and in need of rescue. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
The 2023 Honda Pilot was named the most fun to drive by Car and Driver. The Toyota Highlander was not. In fact, on the road and off, Pilot's handling blew Highlander away. Plus, Pilot has a bigger, more powerful engine, more cargo space, a bigger third row, and a bold new look. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get the bigger, bolder Honda Pilot with 3.9% APR financing. For details, see your Southeastern Washington Honda dealer.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there. You know, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Hey Tri-Cities, the Mid-Columbia Duck Race is coming September 23rd, and so is your chance to win great prizes while supporting our community. This year's grand prize, the new 2023 Toyota Tacoma from Toyota of Tri-Cities, plus dozens of other great prizes too. See your nearest Rotarian and buy your ducks. Every duck comes with valuable coupons for local savings. Lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep this wonderful community fundraiser going strong. Mid-Columbia Duck Race presented by Toyota of Tri-Cities and Autobahn Auto Care Center.
Get ready, Tri-Cities. We're going back to the Jurassic era. Welcome to Quake, the epicenter of family fun. Quake's facilities features a state-of-the-art trampoline park, tactical laser tag arena, ninja warrior course, video game arcade, virtual reality stations, golf simulators, and much more. There's nothing like it in southeastern Washington. Quake, the epicenter of family fun. Located in Kennewick off I-82 and Weiser Parkway.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
We want to get ahead of it and encourage people to get a flu shot now.
We're seeing that more and more encouragement to get both the flu shot and the updated COVID vaccine. Flu season tends to start in October, just a couple of weeks away, and it tends to peak in February. Last flu season, 27 million people got the virus, which hospitalized 300,000 and killed 19,000, those deaths related to the flu. The CDC says vaccinations cut your individual risk of flu hospitalization in half, but fewer than half the country got the shot last season.
We're actually expecting that the flu shot that we have available will work very well and be very effective once the flu is in the northern hemisphere.
So several places, including state health departments, community health centers, and pharmacies, have flu shots available. The CDC says you can get the flu and the COVID vaccine at the same time. To find the closest location, go to getmyflushot.org. More evidence tonight of a connection between the human mind and your diet. A new study suggests that
we want to get ahead of it and encourage people to get a flu shot now.
Well, a new study suggests that ultra-processed foods like those cupcakes could be linked to depression in women. Now, the study didn't look at men's diets, but it did examine nearly 32,000 middle-aged women, looking at specific ultra-processed foods that were made with artificial sweeteners. And the researchers said those were associated with an increased risk of depression. You can find that study in the journal JAMA Network Open. Well, a stunt gone wrong left a teen dangling Monday from a bridge in Northern California. When authorities arrived, they found the 19-year-old swinging from the underside of the bridge hundreds of feet in the air, while his 17-year-old friend, of course, filmed it. Bradley Helblieb reports.
It's more than just crazy, man. You know. Placer County Sheriff's Office releasing this photo Monday following a dangerous rescue of a teenager dangling from a rope more than 700 feet off the ground under the Forest Hill Bridge.
I think it's a little ridiculous to do something like that.
A ridiculous stunt, and the mere idea of it shocking people like Mark Slack.
That is a really tall bridge, man. I'm not sure I would be doing that. Yeah, no judgment, but come on, guys.
The teens, one of them 17 and the other 19, were able to get onto the catwalk underneath the bridge, and that's when they used some kind of a rope and harness to create a swing. Based on video obtained by CAL FIRE but not released to the public, the stunt was successful until the teen tried to pull himself back up the rope, hanging about 30 feet. When he couldn't get back up, the one filming called for help.
This is the first incident of a live rescue in the last 30 years.
CAL FIRE says most incidents involving the bridge are recovery operations.
Somebody dangling 700 feet above the American River is a very high-risk operation with vertical rope rescue.
A slew of rescuers responded, including Placer County Sheriff's Office, CAL FIRE, Placer County Mountain Rescue, and Placer County Fire's technical team, which rappelled down to rescue the teen.
We don't take any shortcuts. It's slow, methodical, and precise.
The rescue took about 2 hours due to the high-risk nature of the rescue.
Once he was up on the catwalk, he was very shaken. He was in that harness, suspended for probably an hour and 15 minutes before we could get him up and off.
A risky stunt with a safe ending, thanks to the quick actions by first responders.
At the end of the day, these kids are alive, and that makes me super happy.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, it's been an active day, and if you step outside and think it's chilly, well, it is. Look at these temperatures right now. We're in the 50s right now in Yakima, 58, 62 in Toppenish. It's 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities, and we're already down to 49 degrees in Dayton. So a really cool evening, and we've been tracking active weather all day. Things are starting to taper off and look good. It's not going to stay that way. However, again, we've got a ridge of low pressure wrapping some moisture into our area. Here's our setup for tomorrow. And again, you see the system is moving up from the Salt Lake area through Idaho, and as it hits the state of Washington, it wraps around and comes right through the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, and makes its way out to Oregon. So that's the setup for tomorrow. Expect more moisture. Again, let's time things out with our futurecast model here. Again, we still see showers way out up to the north of us and to the south near Heppner this evening. Now that wraparound continues overnight tonight through the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, Pendleton. Could even see some more snow showers here in the Wallowas. And that's kind of weird to be saying in September, but we had snow today at Mount Rainier. Just a trace there, but still, it's only September. Here comes those showers throughout the morning. Again, mainly to the the west of Tri-Cities towards Sunnyside and down to the south towards Heppner. But we will see a nice big band of showers later in the afternoon and continuing through the day, with those developing later in the evening through Sunnyside and Yakima. So active weather day once again tomorrow, and that's going to start to clear up with some stray showers again way to the eastern part of the state, but looking pretty good. Now we are going to be tracking some breezy and gusty winds again through the Yakima Kittitas Valley tonight. We see that much lighter and calmer winds through the Columbia Basin. As we get into our Thursday, we'll see some breezy winds in Connell and Hanford, and you see the wind direction coming down from the north, flowing to the northeast direction. And again, that's going to make those temperatures feel nice and cold. Getting to our Friday, we'll have some breezy and gusty winds here in the Columbia Basin to start the day. Those winds will decrease as the day continues. Here's our dust level sky cam. Giesa Stadium, Pasco, 60 degrees right now. Still see the cloudy skies, but I see a sun break there. Our sunset tonight at 6:58, so looking good. Temperatures overnight tonight again on the chilly side. We're down in the low 40s here. Toppenish 42. 42, 45 Yakima, Columbia Basin upper to mid 40s through most of our area, Prosser at 45, and those low to mid 40s here in the foothills of the Blues. Let's take a look at our temperatures tomorrow. Again, not a very warm day, well below the average. We're typically around 77 to 80 degrees through the region. 66 will be our high in Tri-Cities, 61 for Walla Walla, and 72 in Yakima. Planning your day out, again, be prepared for cloudy skies, a cool start to your morning in Yakima, hitting those 70s by the middle of the day, down to 60 by 8 with some showers on the way. Rain on and off throughout the day, all morning into the midday, Columbia Basin with cloudy skies and cool temperatures to start your day, 49 degrees. That is a chilly one. Going to have to start grabbing the winter clothes. Sweater weather is definitely going to be tomorrow. Again, look for those rain showers early through the Walla Walla area. And again, we'll start to see those showers taper off later in the evening. Lots more to get to, including your full 7-day planning forecast when we come right back.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore. Yes, it is.
Wait, guys, the Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a TurboMax engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
Rock and roll's most wanted man, Stephen Pearcy, the voice of Rat, live. Stephen Pearcy. With special guest, Steven Adler of Guns N' Roses. Friday, November 10th, Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster or Legends Gift Shop. Stephen Pearcy, live.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
A $10,000 bill has sold at auction for $480,000. Now, the reason why, that currency dates back to the Great Depression and at one time was the country's highest denomination in circulation. The country actually had a $100,000 bill at one point, but that was only for transfers between Federal Reserve banks. Those larger denominations were phased out in 1969 due to lack of use. Now, in recent decades, the $100 bill has been the highest denomination available. New music from the federal government. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has now released an album called We're Safety Now, Haven't We? Several songs contain safety-related messages aimed at younger adults, like reminders about helmet use and avoiding distracted driving. The album can be found on the Consumer Product Safety Commission's website and YouTube channel. The songs could eventually pop up on Spotify and Apple Music. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6:30. We'll have a final look at your forecast when we come back.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Hey Tri-Cities, the Mid-Columbia Duck Race is coming September 23rd, and so is your chance to win great prizes while supporting our community. This year's grand prize, the new 2023 Toyota Tacoma from Toyota of Tri-Cities, plus dozens of other great prizes too. See your nearest Rotarian and buy your ducks. Every duck comes with valuable coupons for local savings. Lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep this wonderful community fundraiser going strong. Mid-Columbia Duck Race presented by Toyota of Tri-Cities and Autobahn Auto Care Center.
The 2023 Honda CR-V is a car and driver 10 best. RAV4 and Forester are not. CR-V is also car and driver's top-ranked compact SUV. Toyota and Subaru weren't even close. That's because inside and out, the next generation Honda CR-V is bigger, bolder, and more beautiful than ever. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get CR-V with 3.9% APR financing. For details, see your Southeastern Washington Honda dealer.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. Plus, receive $1,000 off your new siding project for new construction as well as remodels. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Did you know Astrea Health has a board-certified plastic surgeon offering cosmetic and reconstructive procedures? If you're struggling with your appearance or want to repair damage, Astrea offers several treatments and procedures, including surgical options. Dr. Bronson offers breast procedures, abdominoplasty, liposuction, facelifts, and more. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to Dr. Bronson. Astrea Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-802-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
It's the interview everyone will be talking about.
Kerry Washington, you ready?
Sunday night on ABC.
You are bearing your soul.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, but first, the exclusive first look is tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Well, check this out. It's sort of like fish and chips. Snacks of Pringles and caviar became a sensation on TikTok, generating billions of views. And now Pringles has teamed up with the caviar company. Their product pairs Pringles flavors with the caviar company's classic white sturgeon caviar and its smoked trout roe. Now, prices start at $49. They go as high as $140, depending on what you're looking for. I don't know, Stacy. You were saying maybe not this one.
I don't. Yeah, no.
I think I'd try it.
You try
I'm
it?
curious. The whole very salty, I imagine.
Yeah, that's a lot of sodium. Not good for you.
Well, that's true. Maybe like a one bite.
All right, let's take one final look at our weather. Again, things are changing. Fall almost here on Friday. Look at that. Our first weekend of fall, we cool back down into the 60s, and it looks wet there for the first part of the week. Tri-City, same thing. Cool temperatures, wet next week. Tomorrow, another stormy day, so be prepared to grab your coat in the early morning hours. You're going to need that. Might even need it in the afternoon. And then Walla Walla, again, similar sitch. And we see those rain showers headed our way early next week. So, yeah, fall, big change that quick.
All right, need the rain gear.
Yeah, get the
Thanks,
rain gear.
Stacey. Thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. We're back tonight at 11.